I'm better than Brad Pitt. That's the truth.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, you talk to me.
Exactly.
Brad Pitt won't return my phone calls anymore.
Anymore.
You poop in somebody's pool one time and they stop talking to you.
You know how unsanitary that is? Come on, man.
To stop talking to someone, I feel like it's actually more sanitary, but welcome to the Garlic Boys podcast, where we treat friendship like a good recipe treats garlic. You can never have too much of it. We're your hosts. I'm Connor O'Connor, and Matt just took a huge bite of something while we're doing the intro.
Yeah, I was gonna be Elvis Presley. I was gonna do a really bad impersonation, but Connor kind of saved me from that. So, thank you, Connor. Thank you, Stromboli.
I feel like you're pulling Elvis out of nowhere from last week's episode.
It's pretty there. Like it's very much there.
Where?
We were talking about 2 episodes ago. So this is like episode inception. This is a Garlic Boys. This is Garlicception. All right. Or Garlic Boyception, maybe. I don't know if
I don't like the word boyception. That sounds weird.
Anyway, we talked about John Stamos. John Stamos we talked about again last week. John Stamos, the most well-known TV impersonator of Elvis. Voila. That's how I got Elvis.
Do you know when he was 4 years old, Bruno Mars was an Elvis impersonator on the strip and was interviewed by Jonathan Ross for British television?
I'll pretend like I know who Jonathan Ross is.
Did you ever watch Fool Us with Penn and Teller?
Not even remotely.
You gotta watch British comedians. This is American comedians are great, sure. But British comedians have another sense of humor that none of us understand, and it's not always crass. And I like that a little bit better, because like so many comedians nowadays are like, so I was hooking up with this chick, and then she farted, and it was funny,
right?
And like that's great.
You just described one of your favorite American comedians, Bert Kreischer. So,
okay, first off. Yes, I paid money to see him, and yes, I would do it again, but that's not the point.
Okay.
I like British comedians. I think they're good. British television has something called panel shows for comedians, where there's like multiple of them, and they get to all be funny all at once, and it's a lot of fun. Some of them they're playing games while they do it, and I would love to be on one someday.
The closest thing I've ever watched to a British comedian, anything comedy related as far as British goes, is the Australian version of their show Taskmaster. Is that the one?
Just watch the British Taskmaster.
But the Australian one's really funny.
Yes, but all 16 seasons of the British one is on YouTube for free.
Yeah, no, I plan on it, but I also plan on watching. Have you been watching The Rookie? Because I
caught up today.
Yeah, new season's out, and I'm stoked. It's so good. I love this show so much. I love it more than I love my toes. I could cut off my toes and still be happy because I get to watch The Rookie.
The callback to Cop Cutie.
Mwah! I love that song, and you know I love that song. We love
it. It's your theme song for when you call me.
It is. It is
your ringtone, not theme song.
No, it's my theme song. It is one of the best songs ever written that doesn't exist. It exists in a fictional universe, and I hate that. I hate it.
I would love a full, like, they should just stop playing with us and release a full version of the song.
Yes, they need a full version of this song. Like it doesn't have to be much. I don't need much. I don't ask for much.
I'm not asking for much. I just want
and a song.
I just want that full song and a scene where Nathan Fillion is shirtless. I'm not asking for a lot.
I was a little have you you're completely caught up?
Both season 6 episodes I've watched.
All right. I was a little disappointed that Pete Davidson didn't come back, at least not yet. But I know that he has other commitments, I'm sure. But I was a little sad. I was a little disappointed. But Flula was there, so that's, I mean, makes up for it a little bit.
I liked his American accent. Or an
He's
attempt
really,
at one.
he's really funny.
When I was watching the episode in my living room, my brother has his desk for video games right next to it, so he was kind of watching it with me, and I was like, I really want to write a sitcom one day and just have a wedding episode where everything goes great.
Yes, please, because this is not only the first wedding where everything went wrong, but I think the third wedding where everything went wrong in this one show.
Not as bad as when Angela and
Yes,
got married.
that's I guess because
Jackson died. I think that's a little worse than her getting kidnapped.
Minor spoilers for people who haven't seen. I guess major spoilers for people who haven't seen. Like,
oh, I'm sorry, it's 3 seasons in that he dies. If you haven't watched it yet, that's on you. I will say, just one big problem I have with this episode. Nolan fully kills a guy.
Nolan kills a guy.
So at the end, they're going into the room where she's kidnapped, and he gets that guy's
jacket and pushes him out
the window. He just throws a guy out of a window.
I know. I was like, oh my gosh! Like he just like kept walking toward him. The guy's like, what the heck is going on? And he just boom right out the window. Glass shatters. Just
there's no evidence this guy did anything wrong. He was just in this building. Yes, there's happened to be some kidnapped people nearby. We don't know if this guy did it. But the episode before, someone that was actively holding someone hostage with a knife was shot and killed by police officers after he refused to stand down in a well documented hostage situation.
Yeah.
And what's her face had to give away her gun for an IA investigation.
She had to go through a whole IA investigation. I'm sure Nolan has to go through one too, because that's how.
I don't think they're ever going to mention it again.
It's very likely. It didn't seem like they put too much weight. The only explanation that I can even possibly think of for that, they had a little bit of time to plan. Like a minuscule amount of time to plan, and like Batman, maybe they had everything all planned out. They had a mat underneath, or like police officers ready to catch him in a net.
All right,
I don't know.
All right, Nolan's gonna throw that guy out the window. Do we have the kiddie pool ready?
Wait, I'm not ready yet.
Bradford, where's the pool?
There's no water in it. He's just gonna hit the ground, hit the pool, and die.
Jen had the pump. Sorry, I have to blow it up.
She pumped it up, and I had to freaking spit just to fill it with water. Just keep spitting. I'm out of liquid. I'm out. No, none left.
I'm all tapped, Lieutenant.
No, I kind of had a problem with that too. I don't know. They should have at least shown him like landing and like getting up, or being, carted away, handcuffed and all that. It would have been nice, so that we didn't think that Nolan just, with no problems whatsoever, pushed a guy out a 3-story window.
Right.
Good stuff though. I'm excited for the rest of the season.
Yeah, otherwise I really enjoyed these shows. This is a great TV show.
It's a cop show, so it's not gonna be realistic. It's probably, just knowing what I know of police officering, which isn't a ton, because I don't have a ton of experience. It's probably the most accurate, where they have to. So with cop shows, obviously they can't make it entirely realistic, because there will be a long gap sometimes between between crimes and between cases and between stuff like that. So they have to make it, momentous, have a little bit of momentum to make you interested. If it was exactly like cop life was, it would be boring as heck. Because some days literally nothing goes on. You drive around in a vehicle and nothing happens.
I think that then I'd like choosing cities like New York and Los Angeles are better because you have cities that have more crime in them.
Right.
But then you get shows like Psych that happens in Santa Barbara where it's not like every day they're solving a crime.
Yeah.
And they address that where Gus is like, we haven't done anything in weeks.
Right. Yeah, and that makes it nice and believable. But for them specifically, I think they do it well. I think they have it kind of ambiguous where not everything is happening day after day after day. They don't specifically mention it like Psych does. But I feel like it is procedurally mostly realistic. The fight scene with Bradford and absolutely
The Hammer. Are you
absolutely
sure you
100%.
can't
I
make a
looked it up.
deal with a guy to fight him
So
before he?
there are 2 states of the 50 states that allow consensual fighting. 2 states, and California is not one of them.
Texas and Florida.
Actually, Texas is one of them, I believe.
I knew it had to be one of them.
I don't think the other one is Florida. I don't remember which one the other was.
Is
It
it
might have been like
Michigan?
no, it was weird. I think it might have been like Wyoming or something like that. Regardless, there are 2 states that allow consensual fighting, and unfortunately for them, LA is not one of them. So that guy totally could have, if Bradford one got caught on the body cam footage, which he would have, two, if he turned on the guy,
Washington.
I knew it was a W.
Oh, well, this says it takes place in a public place.
Yeah.
This was inside an apartment, so maybe it still could have happened.
Maybe. I have no idea. Consensual fighting is a really tricky situation because just like consensual intercourse, you have to really trust the person. And even then, they can say that it was not consensual. And that's just how it is, because people sometimes even subconsciously use coercion, which is wrong. And when it comes to consent, it's very hard to tell. So you have to have an adamant yes, people. Adamant yes. Anything other than a eager and excited adamant yes probably is not consensual.
Okay, so I'm reading this article here.
Yeah.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
There's like a table where it shows like the mutual combat laws. The only 3 that have anything other than the undefined is Washington, Texas, and Oregon, where Oregon is the only one that has it illegal. So technically, all the other 47 states don't have defined laws against mutual combat.
So they just, it's not that it's illegal, it's just they don't have a law stating it is or isn't illegal.
According to this table, only 3 states have specific laws related to mutual combat, which are Washington, Texas, and Oregon. In Oregon, mutual combat is illegal and participants can be charged with disorderly conduct. In contrast, in Washington and Texas, mutual combat is legal under specific circumstances. In Washington, mutual combat is legal if both parties agree to the fight and it occurs in a public place and there's no serious bodily injury. Similarly, in Texas, mutual combat is legal if both parties consent and it does not result in serious bodily injury.
Yeah.
They can face charges if there is bodily injury. In Texas, it has to occur in a public place.
I feel like we've come so far in the Rookie to where in like season 1, maybe 2, The most terrifying thing for me that happened in that season was Chen getting stuck with a used needle. That made me want to shut myself in a room and never come out ever. And now we're watching scenes where they're, mutual combating, and I thought that was great. I love this show so much. It gives you such a wide expanse of emotions, because like sometimes they do a intro to the episode before like it's like completely separate from the story.
Cold open.
A cold open. That's exactly what I'm looking for. And the cop cutie cold open is is an example of that. But where was I going with this? I got distracted by the sound. Cop Cutie was an example of a cold open. And so they can go with like this crazy, like funny, comedic, or sometimes sweet cold open that just makes you like, haha, that was funny. And then go to like the deepest, darkest like pits of LA, and they're like, this show brings you on a roller coaster of emotions, and it is a perfect show. I love everything about the show from start to finish. There has not been a bad episode, in my opinion.
I don't like the scene. This is just like the most recent episode. Spoilers if you haven't watched it yet. We've talked about so much of it already. I don't care. This might have been episode 1 of season 6. Might have been episode 2. I don't know. The lie detector scene between Bradford and Chen.
Yeah, that's like.
First of all, not how lie detectors work.
Nope.
They're so easy to beat. They're not reliable. 2, I don't know about you, Matt, and I don't know about Bradford, but if my girlfriend put her legs in between my legs, well, something that is directly related to my heart rate and blood pressure, something would have been dinging.
Yeah. So the part that I don't like lie detectors. Obviously, one, because yes, they are super unreliable. Like wicked unreliable. Putting someone you love and care about with a lie detector being an unreliable test, okay, makes zero sense to me, because if they give you an answer and it is and it is and it is not the answer you want to hear, that's bad. And in this episode, he fully believed what he was saying, which is wild to me. Like he literally. Thank you, my love.
He's more shocked by her answer or his answer than she is.
Exactly, which is wild to me, because he honestly it was a good. The cup. Oh, I see. Okay, there you go. I'm sorry, I'm dumb. Ouch. So
She call you dumb?
No, I said I'm dumb, and she said, you said it, not me. So yes, I guess she did call me dumb.
Wow, and you were too dumb to realize it until you had to explain it to yourself.
Anyway, I just think everything this show does is pretty clever. You have a quiz prepared for this week, right? Because we've been talking about this for at least 30 minutes.
I do have a quiz, but I do have more to say.
Oh, good. Please say more.
Well, first of all, fun fact: the guy who helped create the Wonder Woman also helped create the lie detector. That's why the lasso of truth can tell that is basically a lie detector.
Mm-hmm.
But also, this season just tells us how important therapy is, and I feel like that's going to be a huge undertone.
Yeah,
because Bradford apparently needs to help get in touch with his emotions. Thornton is in therapy for his attack, and I thought I was going to be able to remember her name. I really did. I could not remember this whole discussion, and I thought, oh, I'm just going to know it.
What is because they only use last names in this show very often. So even remembering her last name.
It's not Lopez, it's the other really cool lady detective.
Yes.
And I only said lady detective because I felt like that was the least offensive way to say it. I could have just said detective. Honestly, I don't even get to call myself an ally anymore. I don't
Yeah,
pass the Bechdel test.
You suck. Let's just look her up.
Her name's not Leah, right?
Nyla Harper.
Harper. Harper has some PTSD from her shooting, it seems like.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ray's wife is going back for social work, so like there's a therapy underlined to this season.
There is. And I think it so they've been since the start, they've really paralleled a lot of the real world stuff that's been going on. And they even had like a small brief like section of like a pandemic kind of thing. So they've been paralleling, real world events, and I think that this huge move for like I shouldn't say therapy specifically, but like social work and like people who understand like human emotions, social workers, to be a part of some calls, like the less dangerous calls, I guess you could say. To be a part of that in order to help people go through what they're going through so that they don't have a mental breakdown and start shooting people. I think that's what they're kind of going for this season.
And it's also nice to see them truly giving an outlet for those who we are putting into our place for protection and keeping our families safe so they don't go crazy and start shooting people.
Exactly. Yeah.
But hey, cops would never do that.
Never. Acorns, my guy.
Did we not talk about that, or did we? Because
we did not even once. And I'm kind of upset that we didn't talk about it. Especially
we should have, and I feel like it's a little too late to talk about it now.
Like to mess with me because I have this policing background, this criminal justice background. All the time.
You're playing it off like it's such a small part of your life.
It's only everything I went to college for, and am currently
it's only the whole reason we met.
Yeah. So you like to give me a hard time, and I really thought you would have brought up. I think it was the week that we had Rock and Roll for Initiative on, and that's why we didn't talk about it.
Probably. It's one of those things that's like, wow, this sitcom that this story comes from is really great. Oh, this is real?
This is real life? This isn't The Onion? Or
this man heard an acorn hit the roof of his car and he started shooting it?
Oh, it's not even remotely the same sound. Like
you can hear it on the video. You can hear it hit on the video.
Yeah, there is no universe in which an acorn hitting a vehicle from any height is the same sound as a gunshot. No universe whatsoever. And that cop needs to be fired.
Oh, he resigned for personal issues.
Thank God.
But he's still able to be hired again.
I hope he doesn't get hired.
The suspect that was in the car that miraculously didn't get shot after two cops unloaded on their cruiser, because his partner ran over and started shooting too, which you just start shooting. You don't ask any questions. You just run in and start shooting. Cool.
Shooting at nothing.
But the guy doesn't get hit with any bullets. But before they put him in the cruiser, can you stop flirting with Mia while we're trying to talk?
Connor wants me to stop flirting with you, so sorry. Dialed in. Come on, guys. Go. Sorry. Continue. You were talking about the other cop not asking questions and just shooting.
Oh, so the guy was in the cruiser, right? They had checked him before.
Mm-hmm.
They had done they did the search. It wasn't like there was somebody else to put him in the car.
Right.
You don't trust your abilities that much that you're like, he somehow sneaked a gun in.
We didn't do a cavity search.
It was in his butt. It was in his butt.
It's a butt pistol. It's a butt pistol.
We always underestimate the butt pistol. But like there was no common sense at all in this.
I know.
And watching his personal footage is so much fun because he's doing barrel rolls in the grass, and he's like, "I'm hit. I've been shot."
Parkour.
He's like, "I'm shot." Does a barrel roll.
Listen, this would be more comical if it wasn't absolutely sad. Like one of the saddest displays of coppery that I have ever seen in my entire life. And I am terrified because there's cops like this that are out there.
It is a horrible display of what American policing has become to.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't real, this would have been some super clever writing on somebody's part.
Super, like the onion level writing.
Oh yeah.
We should make our own satirical news company called like
the garlic
the garlic bulb or something like that. And just mess with people.
That would be fun.
I think it would be. That would be a way to get our news, like our news out there. Be like, the Garlic Boys just released another episode of blah 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 blah, where they blah blah blah. Yeah, I think it would be good. Let's do it.
Speaking of messing with people, are you ready for this week's Clever Boy quiz?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Do you have your whiteboard?
Whiteboard. Oh, you mean my Caucasian board? Yes, I have the Caucasian board, and I would appreciate if you use the PC terms for it.
One, I'm actually proud of you for being prepared this week. Two, it's funny that you correct me on my use of that word, because this week's quiz is called "Color Me Clever."
No, it's not. Okay, all right, that was good.
Matt, using the colors behind me.
Yeah.
So we have green, orange, yellow, red, blue, purple, brown, black. You're going to give me your best guess as to what the color I give you is closest to.
Okay.
I am going to be giving you some obscure named colors.
Oh, lovely.
Do you understand the point of this quiz?
I understand the point of this quiz.
I just realized I kind of explained it backwards, so I can re-explain it if you need me to.
I just need to. You're going to give me a weirdly named color, and I'm going to tell you which color group it falls under. So,
Right.
For example, turquoise would fall under blue. Teal
Or
would
green.
fall under green. No. Turquoise is blue. Teal is green. Come on. Scarlet would fall under red. Yes, I think I understand the quiz. So I'm going to give you one of those 8 colors behind you.
Yes.
Okay.
And Matt, you wish it was as easy as turquoise or scarlet.
I do. I actually do. Thank you for laying my soul bare for the listeners.
Color number 1. Australian.
Australian. Like, that's the color.
Yes. Would you like me to spell it for you?
No, because no offense, probably couldn't.
I have it actually written right here. I could actually do it.
That's if you read it right.
You want to bet?
Sorry.
You want to bet?
Because
you want to bet?
Stupid quiz.
No, shut up. I'm ready. Australian. AUSTRALIEN. Australian. Australian.
All right. Because dear listeners, because Australia is very, very, very deserty in most places, many places, I should say. It's very brown. The typical Australia that you think of is brown. And guess what? So are kangaroos. So you know what I'm going to say? You know what my answer is going to be? Huh? Do you know? Do you happen to know what my answer is going to be? Because I don't think you do. All right, I'm ready with my answer. You're muted. Okay. Yeah, gotcha. We'll just snip this part out. Which coincidentally, you didn't cut out any of the awkward silences of me drawing out of the podcast last week. So there's just a lot of awkward silences.
Yeah, I wanted people to feel the awkwardness that I felt of you not taking the quiz seriously.
That's mean. All right. Orange. Orange is my answer. You thought I was going to put brown.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Before we start, I just want to let everyone know that I was listening. I got all this information from facts.net, and these are rare colors. So that's where I'm getting these and the descriptions of the colors from. I liked how they were worded, and I just want to shout them out so people know I'm not plagiarizing. These are from them. And so, with that being said, Australian is such an obscure color that it doesn't even have a Wikipedia article. Wow. In fact, if you search for it online, you're most likely to find hits about Australia. That's because Australian is actually the German name for Australia.
Wow.
And Australia is also brown.
Oh, man. I should have stuck with brown. I actually started writing brown, and then I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to throw them off. I'm going to throw them all off with orange. But, can't all win them,
I will say the article technically said tan, but for me, tan is more of a brown than an orange.
Oh, definitely.
Alrighty. Color number 2. Celadon.
Celadon?
Yes.
To me, that sounds like 2 Pokemon mixed match together. That's what it sounds like to me. Celadon is one of those colors that it could be anything. It could be absolutely anything. It could be brown, it could be blue, it could be
violet sky.
It could be hurtful, it could be purple, and it can be blue. Blue is the answer.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Matt, do you know why Celadon sounds like a Pokemon?
Because it's a Pokemon was named after it, and it's Celebi, which is green.
No, it's because it's actually one of the names of one of the towns in the first Pokemon games.
Is it really?
All of the towns are named after colors.
Oops, I didn't know that.
And so Celadon City is one of those towns. I actually believe that's where Misty's from. I could be wrong on that one. I don't care. But what Celadon is actually more known for is being a color that experts believe originated in China. This is because Celadon is the color of the most familiar form of jade.
So green.
Indeed, if you think that most things are made from jade, it would have the typical color that Celadon has, which is a green.
Man, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna do real bad on this quiz.
Yep.
I have a 1 in 8 chance of getting it right every time. So
that's why I gave you a word bank.
I appreciate the word bank.
I thought about this and I was like, okay, let's figure out a list of colors, and hey, might not even be all 8 of them. You never know.
Exactly. Wait, what?
Number 3. No, stupid color. Number 3. Coquelacat.
Excuse me?
All right. Look, I try for you, and I feel like sometimes you don't.
I never said
the effort.
Single thing.
I don't know. It felt very unrequited.
I just didn't understand what you said, so I asked for more clarification, but that's okay. Coquelicot.
Coquelicot.
Can you spell that?
Sure. Coquelicot. COCQUELICOT.
Oh my goodness. Uh, Coquelicot. That's a lovely color. That color is giving me initially it gave me brown vibes because coconut I think is really the only reason Cocolico gave me brown vibes, but I'm kind of feeling something different here, and I'm gonna see if this feeling I think I'm gonna follow this feeling down the yellow brick road. Yellow is my answer.
Okay. Final answer on that one?
Final answer on that one. Yes.
Coquelicot is red.
What? That's crazy.
Coquelicot is a shade of red that makes its name from a French word for the poppy flower. Poppy is one of the most familiar flowers around in Europe, and it particularly associated with World War I veterans, particularly those who died in battle.
Mm-hmm.
This is because there was a field where a bunch of soldiers died in that actually was grown over with poppies later on.
Nice. I mean, not nice, but it's good to know history.
Yes, it is. Roger would be proud of us.
Sure. Who's Roger?
My dude, you mentioned him earlier in the podcast.
Like this episode? To be honest, I forgot Roger's name. Sorry, Roger.
Is that why you called him Rock and Roll for Initiative earlier?
Absolutely it is. Please don't. I'm pretty sure I told him when we first started recording that I would not remember his name or that I would try my best. So
Oh, I see. You give a fake name every week, not because it's a bit, but because you can't remember your own name.
I forgot my Adderall today. So yeah, my memory isn't exactly the sharpest.
Oh, it's cool. Right before we started recording, I took my first pain medications of the day.
Wow.
I was like, why do I hurt so much? And then I remembered I haven't taken my meds.
Because it's 8:00.
I woke up at 1:30, dude. I don't need the attitude.
Uh-huh.
Number 4. Drake's neck.
Drake's neck. Okay.
I can spell this one too if you need me to.
No, that's okay. So the problem is Drake's neck obviously sounds to me like a dragon or another name for a dragon.
Mhm.
Which would make me think why I'm thinking green. Kind of makes me think green for some reason. But the neck of a dragon, usually a different color, usually seen in like yellows and oranges. So what I'm gonna do is something a little off the wall, a little crazy, a little risky, if you will.
How off the wall? Like Vans off the wall?
Like Vans off the wall, but like a little bit faded from the sun, which is yellow.
Final answer.
Final answer, yes.
This color is not named after a Drake.
Oh man, it's named after Drake Bell, isn't it?
Actually, it's not technically named after the Drakes you were talking about.
Oh man.
A Drake is also the name of a male duck.
No way.
More specifically, male ducks that have a dark greenish blue to the back of their heads to signify that they are the males. These blue areas are what gave this color their name.
So it's blue?
It's blue.
Man.
Double D.
This sucks. this quiz sucks.
Alrighty. Sorry.
It's okay. I've been
Number
winning the last couple weeks.
you have last week you whomped me, and
I did.
listen,
So I think it's time for a total loss.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When I came up with this one, I was like, Matt might not get them. This will still be fun to learn colors, though.
It's okay if I don't get them, because I should. I feel like I mean they're rare colors. You don't see these very often. So obviously it's not like it's what is cerulean? That's what it was, cerulean, Jim. Doesn't matter. What is this? It's like easy colors would obviously be way too easy because they're well-known colors. So, it wouldn't be a quiz. Wouldn't be a clever boy quiz without its trademark difficult, near impossible questions.
Listen, I want to teach the audience something. And we could sit here and I could quiz you on comic book characters and facts that everyone knows, even though you almost failed a Spider-Man quiz.
Oh, ouch. That was mean.
Yeah, almost failed it. You were neck and neck until I think the bonus question. But I think it's more fun if we learn about topics that not a lot of people know a lot on. Give them a fun fact that they can share with their coworkers at the water cooler. Give something interesting to mention on a first date. Heck, something they can threaten people with if they need to.
What is this color? What is Drake's neck? You better tell me or I'm gonna punch you.
You keep talking to me like that, I'm gonna choke you to your Drake neck. What? It's a shade of blue. And then they just get bullied more because why would you know that? Anyways, number 5, Gambogi.
Oh my gosh. I don't care right now what you're saying. I had a perfect opportunity with this stupid quiz to change the color based on the color that I think it is. And I have not been utilizing that.
Do you want to use it for the second half of this quiz here?
How about we just restart with all new colors and you have to come up with a new quiz? No. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that.
All right. So what do you think Gambogi is?
Gambogi. I don't know. That's not a color.
Hold on. Let me see if there's another way to pronounce this.
I don't think another way.
Gambogi.
I don't think it's gonna help.
Would you like me to spell it? And I can do language of origin as well.
No, it's okay. I have an answer, and I'm going to utilize my fancy dancy little moon here. And no, that's not violet enough. I'm going violet. That's kind of like pink.
That's more violet than the other one.
I could be blue, I could be green, I could be violet sky, I can be hurtful, I can be purple, I can be anything you like.
Final answer?
I think it's a brown. Yeah, final answer. Because I erased it already.
Gambogi is probably one of those rare colors in the West. However, it's very common in some parts of Asia where it has a very special meaning. See, it's a shade of orange close to saffron. Hindu and Buddhist monks wear orange robes, a chosen color because of their association with piety. And in Cambodia and elsewhere, manufacturers get the color from tree resins.
I accept that. That's all right. Frustrating, but fine.
As usual. Number 6.
Okay.
Ginger line.
Ginger lion?
Ginger line.
Ginger line. Okay. Ginger. If it's anything even remotely related to ginger, Ginger is a root. A root that typically is brown unless it's pickled. Unless it's pickled, which then it has a pinkish shade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Which I would say the pinkish shade of ginger probably fall under the purple category. Even though pink is kind of a red, but the actual pink of ginger, pickled ginger, tends to be more like a purplish pink. But if we're going on the root of ginger, I'd say it's probably a bit more brown. Brown, maybe? Brown? Ginger line. All right. I'm gonna settle on an answer here. And I'm going to not change my light because there's nothing brown. So here you go. That's my answer. I changed my light anyway, but it's not brown.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Despite its name, ginger line isn't the color of ginger.
Boo!
In fact, it's not even a shade of brown at all.
I hate my life.
Notably, sources don't even agree on what color ginger line is in the first place.
What? It's a trick question then.
Some describe it as being the shade of yellow. Others say it's a shade of orange. Multiple sources describe the color of that being of kumquats. So I would have accepted yellow or orange.
Ah, yes, the most common vegetable known to man, the kumquat that everybody knows.
Kumquat is actually a fruit.
Ah, yes, the most common fruit known to man, the kumquat that everybody
Now here's the
knows.
question for you, Matt. Is a kumquat a berry?
A kumquat is a berry.
Are you sure?
No, I don't. I've never even seen a kumquat in my entire life.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 100% sure. Actually, I'm 99% sure that it's a berry, but 100% sure that I've never seen one in my life.
It is not a berry.
Well, it's just a day for losses then, I guess. Move on.
Oh.
I hope your laughing hurts. I hope it's painful.
So that's what a kumquat looks like.
It's an orange. It's just
It's a little mini citrus fruit. Oh. Oh. Oh, that hurt.
Good.
Oh, that one hurt a lot. I'll explain why after the quiz.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, so you got that one wrong?
Oh, really? Oh man, I have a Alexa here now. It's not plugged in, but I should just be like Alexa, what is the yellow color, blah blah blah. Yeah, I think I should start utilizing Alexa as the little cheat code.
Probably still wouldn't help you.
Probably.
Color number 7. Xanadu.
Isn't Xanadu? Is that a country?
It is a city, like a legendary city
It's
that a ABBA song was named after, as well as there's a movie.
I've definitely heard of Xanadu. Xanadu. I don't know why. But Xanadu is giving me. It's just a word. I think it's giving me this vibe. This vibe right here.
Can I change my pronunciation from ABBA to ABBA? I don't know why I use such a hard A. I want to switch it if that's okay with everyone.
Does it matter?
I felt uncomfortable with it, and then I figured somebody else might.
All right. Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
ABBA,
what was your answer?
Green, baby.
Final answer?
Final answer.
When you hear the term Xanadu, you either think of the films or the legendary city.
Nope.
However, it's actually a name of a relatively rare color.
Oh,
In
nice.
particular, it's a shade of green that's almost gray.
Guess
Indeed,
who finally stumbled onto a right answer?
indeed, its color is close to many retailers would call khaki, even though it's not really khaki.
I'm a genius. Thank you all for coming today. I would like to point out that sometimes you can stumble into the right answer.
So that is
Never,
a full,
never study for quizzes, boys and girls. Never study.
this is not going to be a complete shutout now. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel really good. I think there's only been maybe one complete shutout. So
Yes, and it was the first Geography-ed-Me.
yeah. So I'm happy that this isn't going to be a shutout. I really am. Still a shutout, but at least it's not 100%.
You can climb back a good bit here. You're not going to win, but you can climb back a good bit.
Yeah.
You can make it closer to your Spider-Man win than your Geography-ed-Me loss. How about that?
Ouch. All right.
Number 8. Zaffrey.
Zaffrey?
Zaffrey.
Huh. This is giving me vibes. And
Zaffrey.
I don't know why it's giving me these vibes, but I'm going to go with the vibe, even though it hasn't helped me even twice. So my answer for this is R.O.Y.G.B.I.V.
Final answer?
A final answer?
Nope, not the energy I was putting out. I don't know why.
It was the kumquat, man. I've been holding it in.
What were we on? What was the last color you remember me saying?
I don't know, but I said it was orange. 7, 8.
Did I do Zaffrey?
Yeah, I said that one was orange.
Okay, I didn't know that yet. So is that your final answer?
Oh yeah, the color of Nickelodeon.
Zaffrey is one of those colors whose name might be unfamiliar, but which sounds vaguely familiar anyways. That is because it's a shade of blue, which takes its name from the Italian word zaffira, which means sapphire.
I thought it sounded more like saffron, and we said earlier saffron was an orange color, so that's why I put it.
Oh, it's spelled Zaffre, so maybe that's where the confusion was.
That's very possible.
All right. Number 9. Faloo?
Blue?
Faloo.
Faloo.
Faloo. The way you said it, while it may have been wrong, sparked something in me.
Oh yeah?
It sparked something that one might call chemistry, science, maybe even magic. Boom! Green. Like flu powder in Harry Potter.
Yeah?
That's the answer. The answer
You going full turf for your answer?
Oh, and full turf. Actually, I'm gonna go even turfier. I'm gonna go even turfier and do the Harry Potter background that they just added.
No. Oh no. Matt doesn't include trans women as women.
That's not true. It's not true. Don't let
That's
Connor
what
fool
a
you.
turf is.
I'm aware, but I'm channeling my inner J.K. Rowling right now in this one question, and it's not even J.K. Rowling. It's the universe she created. All right.
Well, she's let you down again. This
Dang.
crimson pigment, which originates from the Swedish city of Falun, is made of copper and mining byproducts and is frequently used to paint wooden barns and cottages in Estonia, Finland, Norway, and Sweden. It's red, Matt.
Your mom is red with anger because
Sometimes
she
because she's Irish and she gets a red face when she exerts herself.
or when she gets angry about this stupid quiz, because she definitely listens, right, Cindy?
Hey man, it sounds like you're the one getting angry at my mom.
I don't know what you're talking about. Your mom is a lovely woman.
The best.
What's the next question?
Number 10. Yeah, I can't say that one. Hold on. I practiced it and I'm looking at it now and there's just too many vowels.
Too daunting. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Do you feel better now?
It's a calendar. So that's what's been running through my head. 30 days has September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31, except for February.
And Urnian.
And Urnian?
What Google Translate says and Urnian.
So to me, Enurnian sounds like someone in a really weird, like Ermagerd way saying Narnian. And Narnia, as everybody knows, has a very specific color, and that very specific color that everybody knows and associates Narnia with. Guess what? It's orange, baby. Is that orange? This orange, yeah. It's orange because Aslan in Urnian.
I'm begging you to pick a different character from that book.
For Eternia! A different character from the book?
From that specific book.
From The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. A different character.
Maybe one more closely associated with a color.
I see what you're picking up. I really, really do.
You're gonna ruin this.
I see what you're putting down. I do. And I know exactly. We're on the same wavelength.
I'm gonna hit you, aren't I?
Father Christmas, red. That's not my final answer. I listen. I know what you were saying, and I just it was so painfully obvious the moment you said it. It was insane. Like it was like piercing my skin.
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Obviousness that it's like I'm on thin ice and you are right there telling me that don't step there because that is the wrong way. This is the right way. So my answer for this question, brown, because of the friendly little what were they, beavers? They were beavers that talked, and they were like, "Oh, you're talking?" I'm just kidding. My answer is blue.
Are you just gonna keep saying just kidding and then say a new color until I look proud of you?
My final answer is blue. Is that good enough for you?
No.
Dang.
If you ever need another term to describe something that is ivory colored, this is it. The subtle shade, whose name comes from the Latin word eberneus, is primarily white with a touch of yellow.
What other character were you talking about in that
The
movie?
White Witch.
Yeah, she has ice powers, which means blue. God, doesn't everybody know that? Her colors are blue?
No, because blue is lightning.
Blue is witch. White
Red
witch.
red is fire. Green is poison. Black is acid. White is ice. And blue is lightning.
I don't know.
Feels like this is information you might need to know pretty soon.
Also, at the beginning of the quiz, even though you made a snide comment like halfway through the quiz, you said that it was going to be one of the 8 colors behind you.
It was. There's yellow in it.
That's not one of the 8 colors behind you because the color was primarily white, and you told me to pick the White Queen. So
What is this? What is this right here?
not one of the 8 colors that you described for behind you. So fine, I'll take the loss. Just move on.
Bonus question.
Oh boy, so excited.
According to
Your mom. I know. It's a problem, guys. I'm trying.
according to I think this is Medium, which is bootcamp.com or bootcamp.uxdesigns.cc. I don't know what this is. Bootcamp is something. I don't. According to this website, I found that I've named and they can take their credit from it. I don't know what else to call you. I'm sorry. There's like 4 different names here. What is the most popular color across the world?
The most popular color. You know what? Black. Because it's the absence of all colors, and in essence, it's all the colors.
Technically, it's the absence of light, not color, because color is what happens when light refracts.
Well, we can agree to disagree. Because if you mashed all the colors up together, it would probably end up being like a weird brown.
It's a white light.
Okay, well, we can agree to disagree. The most popular color ever. Is it one of the R.O.Y.G.B.I.V colors, or is it?
I will tell it is one of the 8 colors behind me that are in the crayons.
All right. Blue.
Final answer.
Yeah, final answer.
A worldwide survey in 10 countries across 4 continents revealed that blue is the most popular color. It is between 8 and 18 points ahead of any other color in all the surveys that they did. Yeah. This is for both men and women.
It's not surprising because 9 times out of 10, when you ask somebody what their favorite color is, guess what? Blue.
Matt, what's your favorite color?
See, that's not fair. If I'm being 100% honest, I never give a straight answer because I don't have a favorite color. I have favorite colors for specific things. Okay, and I'll maybe this will be my subject this week because I didn't have a subject at all. Certain colors for different things. Usually I say blue and green. Blue and green are tied. They're like top 2, baby. And I really like teal, which is like a greenish, a bluish green. But when I'm talking like what looks good on me, I like red. I like black, if we call it a color. If I'm talking like what I like seeing, with my eyes, that's like purple, dude. That's like if I'm talking about like the aesthetic that I wish I had, that's like red. So I favorite colors for different situations.
Green.
Very simple, straightforward. I like it.
Yeah, it's not a difficult question to ask.
It's an insanely difficult question to answer, actually, for me.
It's not. It's just you're just making it difficult.
I don't think so.
Do you
I lost, so that's number 1.
Yeah, you lost. So let's get that out of the way. Thankfully, I don't have to come up with another name this week because I definitely don't have one of those ready. I don't even know where that paper is.
Hey, if you like colors, go to our partner, our little sponsor partner people. They do not only an escape room, which we'll tell you about in 2 seconds. They do a color thing, which is like paints and stuff. I don't know. Color Room Pittsburgh thing. I really don't remember. Puzzle Room Pittsburgh is the partner, and they have a little color thing.
I believe the color thing is called Primal Pigment.
Yes.
I don't know if our code works for them too.
No,
Look it up.
Yeah, try it. Who knows?
But as Matt alluded, we have a partner on this show called Primal. Nope, shut up, dude. Why are you talking again?
Puzzle Room Pittsburgh.
Puzzle Room Pittsburgh. They are an escape room here in the Pittsburgh area. That is an incredible experience. If you'd like to join them, you can unlock the thrill of adventure with Puzzle Room using our exclusive podcast promo code Garlic Boy at checkout. You can immerse yourself in one of their 3 exhilarating escape room experiences. They have The Study, Seeking Sasquatch, and Escape the Undead. Just use our code Garlic Boy for $5 off per person to your ticket to mystery, excitement, and endless fun. Visit their website at Puzzle Room Pittsburgh or Puzzle Room.
You got this.
Just visit their website at www.puzzleroompgh.com and enter Garlic Boy in the promo code field at checkout. Don't miss out on the ultimate escape and book now.
And book now, as opposed to comic now.
Sure. Matt,
Kindle?
you ready for a life update?
I am ready for the biggest life update that's ever been life updated.
This is Health Edition.
Health Edition, yeah. Okay.
I think I mentioned this on Tuesday when we recorded for One Shots. This is Sunday. We recorded last Sunday, and so in between us talking to each other on Sunday and Tuesday, on Monday, I coughed and pulled another muscle in my abdomen.
Dude, you have got to stop.
This time it was on like the side here.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they're called your obliques. And it's happened at work. And so I'm in the kitchen, and I cough and I hurt myself. And so I immediately grabbed some ice packs. Now it hurts, like I'm in pain. And so I put the ice packs on by just throwing them in my shirt. And I wear undershirts, so I was like, oh, this will hold them in place. I'll be fine. I can get through what I have to do right now.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of forgot how ice packs work.
Yeah.
And like how like the laws of thermodynamics work.
Yeah.
And it turns out when you take a sweaty body and place something freezing cold on it, it freezes those ice crystals that sweat on you as ice crystals. And from what was described to me by a medical professional was I gave myself frostbite and freezer burn.
Yep.
In 2 different spots on my side and back. And one of them was so bad it blistered.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you kill me.
And so to show you.
Oh no. That's like at one point someone who I cannot name got super drunk off of Mountain Dew, like hard Mountain Dew. And they ended up puking, and then afterwards they're like, hey, maybe Benadryl would be a really good idea. I was like, absolutely not. They took it and they started puking again, and I was like, okay, well, don't say I didn't warn you.
If you check the photo I just sent over to you, that was
Connor.
day 1 of the frostbite. And on the back there you can see the blister.
Connor. Oh my lord. What are we gonna do with you? What are we gonna do with you, kid?
It's so much fun to look at my life and see that the accident-prone middle schooler has turned into a somehow defying death at every turn adult.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, like I technically had pneumonia for like a month and a half. I still don't have a clear like I don't have it anymore, but like X-rays are expensive. Um, I know people who know people that have died from pneumonia. Victorian children would have died from a day of the pneumonia I had.
Victorian children would have died from literally a fraction of the things you have gone through in your entire life. Minuscule amounts of the things you've gone through in your life.
This was the second time I've had pneumonia. I've had bronchitis twice.
Good.
I caught COVID. I got mono.
Yes.
What else? What else have I had?
You throw your back out with a sneeze.
Okay. It seems demeaning when you jump in.
It is demeaning. For the record,
I've been on high blood pressure medication for at least 5 years.
I as much as I don't envy your sickness, and I'm very happy that I also do not have your proclivity for illness and pain. I also do, as a very close and maybe even dare I say it, best friend. I feel horrible that you go through these things on the daily.
What's worse is that it's the side I like to lay on.
Yeah.
And so like
That's how it always works, isn't it?
I'm sleeping, but like my body hurts more after sleeping.
Yeah.
It's a weird mix of like I can fall asleep laying on it, but I don't feel better when I wake up.
Right. Yeah. No, that's yeah, absolutely. I mean, to be fair, you flip-flop like a pancake all night. To be completely fair.
Yes, but it's 420 pounds all on one side of your body. You're gonna have to turn or you're gonna break something.
Yeah. Sometimes when I'm sleeping, and I think it's my bed, but sometimes when I'm sleeping, I really need to get like one of those sleep number beds. Oh man, that would be so nice. But sometimes when I'm sleeping, I wake up and apparently I didn't move in my sleep like I normally do. And my entire right side of my body, it's not like it fell asleep or anything. It just hurts. Like
Yeah.
it feels like the entire side of my body is bruised. I hate sleeping so much sometimes.
I would love if my bed had a function very similar to a sleep number, where it's like every hour and a half, maybe hour, something like that, where I'm laying on one side, that it would just like whomp me.
It just the bed just goes like this, and you like roll over to the other side.
I roll, and it quickly has to go like this to keep me steady.
No, what it'll do is it'll just like fold like a taco in the middle and have you roll into the middle, and then it'll like level back out.
Do you ever flip a grilled cheese in a pan and you just like catch it and like you feel really confident and cool when you do it?
No, I've never caught it. It always goes everywhere but the pan.
I want my bed to be able to do that to me. I want it to just like flip me up and like catch me on the other side.
That would be cool though. Maybe technology will get, but the problem is it would have to be soft as a cloud. Like it would have to be the softest, most cushiony bed ever to catch you and not wake you up.
I don't know. I don't feel like I wake up quick, like very easily.
You don't. I've literally had to shake you violently to wake you up. You don't wake up very easily. I do, on the other hand, and a bed like that would be dandy if it could keep me asleep.
Yeah.
Imagine if you had the feeling of falling right as you were getting flipped. Like you had that out of body feeling of just dropping, like
like that dream, like where you fall in your dream and then you wake up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes, that kind of falling at the exact same time as you were actually falling from getting flipped in the bed.
Imagine like you're like, oh, I gotta get up and pee real quick right in the middle of the night. Like I just like a real quick pee and then I'll go back to bed. And as you're getting up to pee, it just goes whop and launches you out the window.
Oh man. This has some promise, but there's a lot of details we need to iron out.
Sharks, welcome.
Sharks. We don't have a prototype and we definitely don't have a solid idea, but please give us millions of dollars so we can make this dream happen.
Mr. Cuban, don't you hate sleeping through the entire night?
Mr. Cuban, don't you absolutely hate it when your one side of your body just dies? Because I do. I know I do.
Mr. Cuban, don't you think sleeping is too safe and boring? Mr. Cuban, don't you love how a sleep number can adjust to your sleeping habits and help you, but it can't help you turn over at night? Well, we've placed 4 airbags under one side of this bed.
You know those piston contraptions that you could use in Minecraft to move things? Well, we put 18 of these under the bed.
We've set 4 rocket launchers to blow up underneath this mattress in 20 seconds.
We made 18 pipe bombs specifically for this prototype. Please test it and enjoy.
I have created a black hole within this man's bedroom.
The black hole opens, sucks you a little bit, and then closes before it gets a chance to pull you all the way in.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Did we solve nuclear fusion just to make this bed possible? We did.
The answer is yes. We also cured cancer, but that's irrelevant to this wonderful contraption.
We also have a patent on it, so before you ask, no other competitors cannot replicate the process.
Exactly. Thank you for your millions of dollars, Mark. How do they have money? Obviously, they usually take a stake in whatever they fund, I guess, as sharks. But they're just like millions of dollars every episode.
You know they have other jobs, right? Like it's.
I did
like
not. I don't
Mark
know.
Cuban owns the Dallas Mavericks.
Oh, see that would make sense. That answers my question.
Yeah. No, the Sharks were all like billionaires before they went on the show,
So
and
they just
like,
have money to throw around instead of
sort
giving
of.
it to people to eat and sleep in beds.
Well, Mark Cuban also does that. Mark Cuban is actually very helpful with his billions.
Well, good.
He created. I'm actually going to shout him out for this because this was unless this doesn't work anymore.
The only thing I know about Shark Tank is that Scrub Daddy was on it, and that is my extent of Shark Tank.
Mark Cuban's from Pittsburgh.
That's crazy. What a crazy random happenstance. He can be our garlic spotlight this week.
He grew up in Mount Lebanon.
Wow. Mark.
Interesting.
Mark Lebanon.
Shut up. Where is it? The cost plus drug company.
Okay.
It was supposed to be like you don't have to go to a pharmacy to get the drugs, and like there's no markup between it and everything. And they're supposed to be able to get sent like straight to you.
Wow.
And like it's supposed to like help. Let's see here. In December of 2023, the company has over 2,200 drugs available. The drugs that are sold for a price equivalent to the company's cost plus a 15% markup, a $5 pharmacy fee, and a $5 shipping fee, which is super transparent about it. And the company ships to all of the 50 United States.
That's awesome.
So the company accredits pharmacy. The company uses True Pill Pharmacies accredited pharmacists to fill prescriptions. The prices are direct to consumer without any need or role for insurance.
Jeez. Wow.
So it's actually, I I haven't looked into this in a little while, and it seems like they're getting more and more medications that you can sign up for. It can be all done online, and it's really just a way to like help lower income people get their prescriptions.
I approve. My name's Matthew Haux, the inventor of the G-spot, and oh wow,
See, Kelly, when Matt giggles about the name of this segment, the reason why he's giggling.
that sounded so much better in my head. And I approve this message. Oh Lord. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy, man, this podcast gets better and better every episode.
Off the rails, bro.
Like I said, no addies today.
Well, I guess thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of the Garlic Boys. If you'd like to hear more from us, you go and head on over to Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Follow us there. See updates of when we're posting and when new things are coming. As well as you can head on over to patreon.com/the Garlic Boys and become a patron of our services. What that means is that you get access to things that no one else does. For $3 a month, you just kind of let us know that you like what we're doing and you want to support us so we keep going. But $10 a month, you get that sweet, sweet goodness that no one else gets. That includes bonus episodes, special projects, clips that are unseen from here, as well as our D&D after show called Bonus Actions over there. That's right, we have a D&D show too called TGB One Shots. That's getting real good. I recommend you guys go over and listen to it. Matt cries at one point. It's fantastic. If you want to support us for physical stuff, you can go over to redbubble.com/the Garlic Boys, or just search the Garlic Boys or whatever. You can find our personally made designs there. Support us by buying our merch there as well.
You can find other physical stuff at our OnlyFans too. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Sorry.
I thought we hadn't decided we were going to do that yet.
Listen, we need another source of income, man, and feet pics are really
it would strictly be feet pics. You don't have to worry about me taking my clothes off at all.
Man, I know people would pay top dollar for that freezer burn on your side.
Listen, what it will be is we post a feet pic, and then you tip us $1 to get to vote for whose feet you think it is. And if you get it right, you get access to the freezer burn pics.
There you go. Yeah.
Man, you just keep throwing off my whole momentum this week. If you want to watch video versions of this podcast, you can head on over to youtube.com/the Garlic Boys and watch us as well as listen to us. Matt, do you have a supplementary mom report for this week?
I do. My former coworker's fiance just had a baby. So congratulations, Maddie, for your child. You're a good mom, I hope. It's like a week old, so hopefully you're a good mom right now.
It's like a week old.
The child, he is like a week old. But congratulations and happy never being alone again. Or sleeping. Or eating or drinking anything that you want to. Sorry. Continue on. Do you have one? Oh, you're looking around the room, aren't you? Aren't you?
Shout out to Pepper Potts.
Okay, fair.
Autumn and I watched Endgame this week, and she's a mom in that movie. Autumn got me this poster here. Hold on. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Here, that you can scratch off to get like movies. Like there's 100 movies to watch, and so we're watching through them. And that was the one that we watched this week.
Nice. That's such a good idea. I should get myself a poster like that.
Man.
Not sponsored, but please, we talk about movies enough. We could probably sponsor you.
I don't even know where that comes from.
Okay.
I'm going to take that as your final thought too, because
Yeah.
you seem just as confused as I am here.
Always.
Well, on that note, everyone, thank you so much for listening. And as always, remember to stay garlicky. Eddie's private.
Private.